What if the most legendary lost legion in history wasn't lost in the misty forests of Britain, but swallowed by the sands of Africa? Let's rethink the fate of the famous Ninth Legion. Forget everything you've heard. This time, they don't vanish in Britannia. Instead, they march south, further down the Nile than any Roman has ever dared, into the heart of what we now call Sudan. Their mission is shrouded in mystery, an obsession of the emperor himself. Find the heart of the river. Our eyes and ears on this doomed expedition belong to Lucius, a young, cynical scribe from Rome. He's been assigned to document the glory of this campaign, but he sees only arrogance. He watches as the legion, the epitome of Roman discipline and steel, pushes into the searing heat of the Nubian desert. They believe their rigid formations and superior weapons make them invincible. Lucius, however, fills his scrolls not just with accounts of their march, but with sketches of the alien landscape, the strange constellations, and the faces of the Nubian people they encounter. He notes how the locals seem to be part of the desert itself, moving like whispers in the wind. The Legion's commanders are convinced the heart of the river is a massive jewel or a powerful magical artifact that controls the annual flooding of the Nile. Imagine what a prize that would be for Rome, the ability to control the breadbasket of the empire. They press onward, dismissing local warnings as the ramblings of primitives. But the desert has its own weapons. The sun is relentless. A strange, wasting sickness begins to thin their ranks, a fever that baffles Roman medics. Supplies dwindle faster than planned. And then there are the skirmishes. Not pitched battles, but lightning-fast raids by Nubian warriors who strike from the dunes and vanish before the legion can even form a proper battle line. They are ghosts, defending their sacred lands. Lucius sees the cracks forming in the legion's invincible facade. The centurions shout orders, their voices strained. The soldiers, once proud and confident, now look over their shoulders constantly, their eyes hollowed by fear and exhaustion. The relentless desert is grinding them down, body and soul. Lucius, unlike his comrades, shows a quiet respect. He learns a few words of the local language from a captured guide, sharing his water and trying to understand their beliefs. He learns the heart of the river isn't a thing to be taken, it's a spirit to be honored. Finally, guided by a captured priestess who seems to pity them more than fear them, they arrive at a hidden oasis, a place pulsating with an energy that makes the air hum. At its center is not a gem, but a shimmering, ethereal presence that seems woven from water and light, the living spirit of the Nile. The legate, he believes he can chain a god. But as the first soldier steps forward with a net of iron, the oasis turns on them. The ground itself liquefies, swallowing men whole. The cool, life-giving water of the spring becomes a boiling torrent that strips flesh from bone. The wind howls with a voice, and the sands rise up not as a storm, but as a conscious, vengeful force. It's not a battle. It's a reckoning. Lucius, who had been held back, can only watch in horror as the Ninth Legion is erased from existence, consumed by the very river they sought to control. He is spared. Why? Perhaps because the river spirit sensed his lack of greed, his quiet respect. He is left alone, the sole survivor, his scrolls filled with an impossible truth. He wanders back, not as a Roman scribe, but as something else entirely. A man forever changed, carrying a story no one in Rome would ever believe, the story of a legion that was undefeated by men, but judged by a river. and found wanting. The desert keeps its secrets, and Lucius is now one of them. What do you think of this alternate fate for the Ninth Legion? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love diving into historical what-ifs and untold stories like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching.